Hi, I'm Scott Bond. I'm teaching Foundations of Worship for the next 5 weeks. It's going to be a whirlwind class, but a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot and grow. It's going to be really exciting. Let's go inside where it's warm and figure out what we'll be doing for the next 5 weeks. All right, I'm inside now where it's nice and warm. A balmy 67 degrees here in my basement, and I am ready to talk to you about this class. We're going to go through Populi and look at how the class is going to work, what the assignments are going to be, and what's going to be expected of you in this class. And it's a great class. You're really going to enjoy this, I think, and you're going to learn a lot about worship. My plan is to really open your mind about what worship is and what it is not, and why it is so important to all of us as Christians, and how just all-encompassing it is for our lives. So when you come into this class, you're going to come to the dashboard, I assume. When you come to the dashboard, the temptation for some students is to go in through assignments and to look for their classes there. They click on assignments, they start looking for classes. The problem is Populi is not designed for the student to go through assignments. I've actually asked Populi to remove the assignments tab, but they haven't done it. They won't do it because it's designed for you to go in through lessons. And you're supposed to go in this way because look at the difference. Go from just seeing a list of assignments to seeing actual colors and pictures and links that take you right to where you're supposed to be for that week and get you right in the right spot. So I would ask you to go in through lessons always, without exception. Okay, that's going to make sure that you are always in the know and doing the right thing and never confused. All right, so you have the syllabus, you have the assignments tab, and you have the lessons tab. The syllabi for my classes are very detailed and complete. Everything should be perfect there. The assignments, not every assignment has a description in the assignment tab of what the assignment is or instructions, but the lessons always do. They're always complete. And here's the good thing. If you ever come to a point where there's a point of division between the syllabus, the assignments tab, or the lessons tab, and you've gone in somewhere else and seen some different information, we can always default to the lessons tab and know that that's going to be our default. So if you see that and you say, well, I did what was in the lessons tab, and I tell you, well, you were supposed to do something different, you can say, well, the lessons tab says this, and I'll say, well, you're right, here's your grade, you did everything you were supposed to do. So always default to whatever's in the lessons tab. So let's do that right now. You're watching this video. Great job. You're off to a great start, and you're giving yourself a chance to be a winner in this class and to get an A. My goal is for every student to get an A. I want to give you every possible opportunity to do that. Here you see the next thing that I want you to do. That's the Epic Online attendance policy. You need to understand the attendance policy was changed about a year ago, and it's kind of been gradually being enforced, and it is now fully being enforced, and it's in full effect, full swing. You need to understand that if you've been in other online classes of mine, what was counted as being present in the past will no longer be counted as being present. So you need to watch this video, understand how you make yourself present in an online class, what the requirements are to be considered present. Okay, so watch that video next. Then I want you to do your attendance every week. Okay, so but make sure you have it done at the latest by Friday night. You click on the attendance tab, you write present or here. It's just so I can keep track of you. It's also a way to get you online in case you haven't been doing any work, so that you can get moving, get started again. So have it done by Friday. If you don't get it done by Friday, which is how you get 100%, get it done by Sunday, which is how you'll get half credit. If you don't get it done by Sunday, there'll be 0 credit, and there are no late submissions for this. This is free points for you for virtually no effort. And unless you die or you are near death, there's probably not going to be, even if the school gives you an extension or whatever, there is no makeup on the attendance. You just have to, you won't get the points. I've also included a video here for you to watch. I have some funny videos I'll put in each week. They're really great to help us laugh at ourselves. They're not required viewing unless otherwise stated, but they just help us to laugh at ourselves and to see how silly we might look to the outside, and so we don't take ourselves too seriously and you know, just get too self-important. Those are things that, you know, when Hollywood stars tell us, if you elect this president, I'm moving out of the country, and I've heard it from both sides, different sides of presidents, and I always think that is the most unaware, self-important statement you could ever make. Who cares where you live? And why do you think that because you threatened to leave the country, I'm going to change the way I vote? I mean, that's insane. Well, some of the things that we do in the church can be on par with that kind of insanity. So watch a funny video, laugh at yourself. Some of them actually have some real truths at the core of them that might actually help us to be better at reaching out to those who come into our churches. The next thing you're going to do is textbook work. That's due on Sunday. There will be, I haven't put questions in yet, but I've got a great textbook for you that's really going to take you through the Bible and really show you the biblical foundation of worship. Each week you will have an assignment to do, and you'll be reading about 4 to 5 chapters a week. So it's a bit of reading, but it's the majority of your work in this class. It's the majority of your points, and it is it's the heart and soul of this class. So you're going to want to do the reading, and it's going to be great. You're really going to learn a lot from it. Great textbook, great professor that wrote this textbook. So put the work into it. The next thing is there's going to be a history video. These videos will be 5 to 10 minutes long, and I'm basically just doing the history of worship, starting with the synagogues and coming forward to the modern era in about 5 to 10 minute vignettes. I've actually just taken a message I already taught on this. I've cut it up into 10-minute pieces, and then you just watch the video. There's some common themes I want you to see and things that have happened in worship over the last few hundred years, or a couple thousand years. And then I'll have a short quiz for you after the video. So you've watched the video, you take the quiz just to reinforce the points in the quiz. You can take it and get an F and keep moving. It'll be no more than 10 questions. I'll make you that promise. No more than 10 questions. And if you miss it, guess what? I'm going to let you retake that quiz up to 20 times. So you can just keep retaking it and retaking it and retaking it, okay? And that'll be a cumulative quiz. And then when you get to the last week, I'll actually use all those questions from the last 4 weeks as a final exam. Last thing you do during the week is your video discussion. So you'll click on this link here. You'll see it's blue. You see how the line pops under it. That tells you it's a link, video discussion. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to, I haven't posted it here, but you're going to go to the video discussion, and you are going to submit your thoughts. You're going to interact with the video, argue with it, agree with it, support it, unsupport it, whatever you want to do there. Make it scholarly, make it thoughtful. Doesn't have to be huge, 250 words, like a third of a page. By Sunday, you're going to respond to 2 of your classmates and argue with them or agree with them or support them, unsupport them, whatever you want to do. But just make it a thoughtful response as well. And that's it. It's really that simple. So you'll do that each week. The workload does not change in any substantial way from week to week. I try to make sure that every week you have the same amount of work. So here we are, funny videos, church like Starbucks this week, but you're doing the exact same amount of assignments, exact same amount of work so that you can plan accordingly. And week 5, then we'll have the history video quiz. We'll watch a video, and that's it. So you're gonna learn and grow throughout this course. You'll have a real understanding of the biblical foundations of worship. A couple words on communication really quickly. Sometimes students will want to respond when I comment on their assignments. Understand that the system does not notify me that you responded, and I have a ton of classes, so I'll have no reason to go looking for that, and it won't stand out to me. So you may not get a response back from me. It's not because I'm ignoring you or I don't care what you have to say. It's because you communicated in an ineffective way. So what I want you to do is not communicate on the dashboard. If you want to comment on something I post on here for the whole class to see, that's great. If you want to post a thought for the whole class to see, that's great. If you want to share a link of something that kind of goes along with what we're doing, that's great. But don't communicate with me specifically through the bulletin board, the dashboard, because if you do, it sends me an email and it tells me, John Smith says, "Hey, Professor, I'm really confused about what we're supposed to do this week. Do you want this posted here, or do you have that question? I don't know what to do." Guess what? I click on that and I hit reply on my email and nothing happens. I make a non-response, it will not let me respond to you. So what, and I don't have your email sitting right there in front of me so that I can respond to you through email. So what I want you to do is just take a second, type in my email. You can see it on the screen right now. Type in my email me through the Epic email. A lot of times I can get back to you within a minute to 5 minutes, usually not more than 30 minutes to an hour. If you do it on that dashboard, it could take me up to 24 hours to get back to you. So if you want a quick response and a timely response, do it this way. All right, well, hopefully that explains everything to you. Again, if you want to looking for your syllabus, click on info. You can go find it right there. I've posted it a couple other places in the course as well. Look forward to having you in the classroom. It's going to be a great class. Do all the assignments and get them in on time, and there's no reason why you shouldn't get an A or really close to an A. All right, I look forward to see you in class.